Our planet is a tapestry woven with threads of myth and reality, and nowhere is this more apparent than in the deepest, darkest corners of the Amazon rainforest. For centuries, whispers have echoed through its dense canopy, telling of a creature so fearsome it haunts the dreams of those who live there. They speak of a giant spider, one with a leg span of over a foot, armed with a venom so potent it can fell a man, and possessing an aggression that makes it a true monster of the jungle. These aren't just campfire stories, they are deeply held beliefs that have been passed down through generations. Our mission, set for August the 28th, 2025, was to venture into this unforgiving wilderness and confront this legend head-on, to separate the chilling fiction from the hard scientific fact. The plan was ambitious, fraught with known and unknown dangers. We would travel deep into Brazil, following the winding path of the Rio Negro, a river that serves as the lifeblood of this emerald labyrinth. The goal was to reach the remote villages of the Satere-Mawe tribe, a people who live in intimate harmony with the rainforest, yet harbour a profound fear of this eight-legged phantom. Was it a single undiscovered species, a colossal tarantula, or something else entirely? We packed our gear, steeled our nerves, and prepared to plunge into an environment where every shadow could hide a potential threat. The investigation was built around three core characteristics described in the legends: immense size, extreme aggression, and a deadly, fast-acting poison. This trifecta of terror made the creature a formidable subject. If it existed, it would be a true apex predator of the invertebrate world, a marvel of evolution. My experience as a naturalist told me that nature rarely creates a perfect monster. There are always trade-offs and limitations, but the Amazon is a place that constantly defies expectations, a land where evolution has run wild, producing some of the most bizarre and specialized animals on Earth. The possibility, however slim, that such a spider existed was too tantalizing to ignore. Our journey was more than just a hunt for a single animal. It was an exploration into the very nature of fear. We wanted to understand how these stories took root and why they persisted with such conviction. In a place where real dangers like jaguars, anacondas, and piranhas are a part of daily life, what could make a spider so terrifying that it rises above all others in local folklore? The answer, we suspected, lay somewhere in the intersection of genuine encounters, cultural beliefs, and the human imagination's power to amplify the unknown. Our quest was not just to find a spider, but to find the truth behind a myth that had held a community captive for generations. The Amazon, with its endless layers of green, its symphony of life, and its air thick with mystery, was the perfect setting for such an endeavour. Every rustle in the undergrowth, every shadow cast by the towering trees, could be a clue or a threat. The rainforest itself seemed to breathe with the legends we sought to unravel, making our mission as much about understanding the environment as it was about finding the creature. The journey begins where civilization surrenders to the wild, at the edge of the mighty Rio Negro, a vast artery winding through the heart of the Amazon basin. The Rio Negro, named for its inky, acidic waters, carves a serpentine path through an endless expanse of emerald rainforest. Its surface, dark as obsidian, reflects the tangled canopy above, while beneath the water conceals secrets in its shadowy depths. The river's slow current is deceptive, swirling with hidden eddies and carrying mats of floating debris, remnants of the forest itself, torn free by storms and floods. The air hangs heavy, saturated with moisture, as a perpetual mist rises from the riverbanks and drifts through the trees. Each breath draws in the scent of wet earth, rotting leaves, and the faint tang of minerals leached from ancient soils. The jungle is alive with sound, a relentless, layered symphony. Insects drone and whine, their calls weaving through the shrill cries of parrots and the distant guttural bellows of howler monkeys. Every branch and shadow seems to pulse with hidden life, Towering trees, some centuries old, rise from the tangled undergrowth, their roots snaking across the forest floor and plunging into the river's edge. Vines twist and climb, forming a living lattice that blocks out much of the sky. The Rio Negro itself is a labyrinth, its course splitting and rejoining, creating a maze of channels and oxbow lakes. Navigation is treacherous, with submerged logs and shifting sandbanks lying in wait beneath the surface. During the dry season, the river shrinks, revealing sandbanks and skeletal trees jutting from the water. Submerged hazards become more frequent, and the river's passage narrows, hemmed in by the encroaching jungle. Overhanging branches and tangled roots reach out from the banks, forming natural barriers and shadowy alcoves where predators lurk. The river teems with life, much of it unseen and dangerous. Beneath the surface, schools of fish dart through the gloom while larger shapes glide silently in the depths. Piranhas patrol the shallows, their presence betrayed only by sudden ripples and flashes of silver. Their razor-sharp teeth and powerful jaws make them formidable hunters in these waters. Along the muddy banks, caimans lie in wait, their eyes just above the waterline. These ancient reptiles are perfectly adapted to ambush, blending seamlessly with the mud and foliage. Their camouflage is so effective that they seem to vanish into the landscape, a silent threat lurking just out of sight. The environment itself is a relentless adversary. The rainforest is dense and unyielding, its floor a tangle of roots, fallen branches, and decaying vegetation. The sun, when it breaks through the canopy, is blinding and merciless, turning the air into a shimmering haze of heat and humidity. Yet in an instant the weather can shift. Dark clouds gather and torrential rain hammers the river, transforming its surface into a churning, chaotic torrent. Thunder rumbles through the forest and lightning splits the sky, a reminder of the raw, unpredictable power of the Amazon storms. The riverbanks are lined with an impenetrable wall of green. Ferns, palms and towering trees crowd together, their leaves forming a living barrier that blocks all but the narrowest glimpses of the world beyond. Trails vanish almost as soon as they appear, swallowed by the relentless growth of the jungle. The forest is a maze, disorienting and vast, where direction and distance lose all meaning. Every stretch of river presents new challenges, swift currents, hidden snags and sudden drops in depth. The journey is a constant negotiation with the elements. Tributaries branch off from the main river, winding deeper into the forest. These narrow waterways are choked with fallen trees and overhanging vines, their waters shallow and murky. Progress is slow and difficult as the river twists and turns, blocked by natural obstacles at every bend. Sandbars and submerged roots force the river to split and rejoin, creating a shifting, unpredictable landscape beneath the surface. The air grows ever thicker, saturated with the scent of decay and the constant hum of insects. The ground is slick with mud and the riverbanks ooze with life. In these remote, isolated corners, the atmosphere is heavy with mystery. The forest seems to close in, ancient and indifferent, its secrets hidden beneath layers of green. As the river disappears into the depths of the jungle, it feels as though the world of humans has been left far behind, replaced by a realm governed by the timeless laws of nature, untamed, perilous, and profoundly alive. Deep within the heart of the Amazon rainforest lies the territory of the Satere-Mawe, a people whose lives are intricately woven with the rhythms of the jungle. Their culture is a tapestry of stories and traditions, each thread representing a unique aspect of their relationship with the forest. Among these stories, the lore of the giant spider stands out, a tale passed down through generations, rich with cultural and ecological significance. The Satere-Mawe speak of a spider unlike any other, a creature of immense size and power, known to them as the Great One or the Hairy Beast. This spider is said to weave webs that span great distances, their silk strong enough to ensnare not just insects but small animals as well. The forest floor, a realm of shadows and secrets, is where the spider is believed to dwell, its burrows hidden among the roots of ancient trees. These burrows, lined with silk, are a telltale sign of the spider's presence, a warning to all who venture near. The Satere-Mawe believe that the spider is most active at night, a time when the forest is alive with the sounds of nocturnal creatures. Under the cover of darkness, the spider emerges to hunt, its movements swift and silent, a shadow among shadows. Descriptions of the spider's fangs are vivid and terrifying, likened to black thorns capable of delivering a deadly bite. The spider is said to prey on small animals, its venom potent enough to subdue creatures much larger than itself. The Satere-Mawe's stories are not just tales of fear, but also of respect for the natural world and its many dangers. Their lore reflects a deep understanding of the ecological balance, where every creature, no matter how fearsome, has a role to play. The spider, in their eyes, is a guardian of the forest, a reminder of the power and mystery that lies within the heart of the Amazon. Its web, a symbol of both creation and destruction, embodies the dual nature of the jungle itself. The Satere-Mawe's reverence for the spider is a testament to their profound connection with the environment, a relationship built on knowledge, respect, and a recognition of the delicate balance that sustains life in the rainforest. In the end, the giant spider is more than just a creature of legend. It is a symbol of the untamed wilderness, a reminder of the awe-inspiring and sometimes terrifying beauty of the natural world. As the sun sets and the forest transitions to night, the stories of the Satere-Mawe continue to echo through the trees, a living testament to their enduring bond with the Amazon. In the darkness, the giant spider remains a silent guardian, a creature of myth and reality, forever woven into the fabric of the Satere-Mawe's world. And as the first light of dawn breaks through the canopy, the cycle begins anew, the stories of the Satere-Mawe continuing to inspire awe and respect for the mysteries of the jungle. This was not a monster from a myth. This was a clear and present danger in their minds. The Satere-Mawe's relationship with the bullet ant showed they did not fear pain, but the stories they told about the giant spider suggested they feared death, a swift and terrible end delivered by this eight-legged predator. To truly understand the elusive creature that haunted these jungles, we turned our attention to the silent witnesses of the rainforest, the environment itself, and the animals that called it home. The jungle's creatures often sense danger long before it becomes visible. Flocks of birds would erupt from the canopy in a flurry of wings, while monkeys shrieked warnings and vanished into the dense foliage. On the forest floor, small mammals froze, their bodies tense, as if aware of a silent predator moving nearby. Even the smallest inhabitants reacted. Ants would break their orderly lines, beetles vanished beneath the leaf litter, and frogs leapt for cover at the faintest tremor in the ground. The environment itself bore silent testimony. In the mornings we found fresh drag marks in the mud, as if something heavy and low to the ground had passed through during the night. Twigs were snapped, moss disturbed, and the undergrowth pressed flat in wide, meandering paths. Occasionally we discovered the ghostly remains of a molt, an enormous, glistening exoskeleton left behind, hinting at a creature of staggering proportions. Delicate strands of webbing, far thicker than those of any ordinary spider, stretched between roots and rocks, catching the morning dew. Animal tracks told their own stories. The prints of jaguars and tapirs sometimes ended abruptly, as if the animals had changed course to avoid something unseen. In rare cases we found scat containing fragments of spider silk, suggesting a complex web of interactions between predator and prey. Night vision cameras captured fleeting glimpses, pairs of glowing eyes low to the ground, a massive shadow gliding silently through the undergrowth, and sudden, synchronized dispersal of animals as if fleeing an invisible threat. Indirect evidence was everywhere. Abandoned nests, broken eggs, and hastily blocked burrows spoke of a terror that moved unseen, prompting the jungle's residents to take desperate measures for survival. In the aftermath, we sometimes found molted skins with formidable fangs, and in the sunlight a fine mist of urticating hairs drifting on the breeze, evidence of a sophisticated defense mechanism deployed in the night. Even the webs themselves told a story. When a lizard approached, the web would tremble and the reptile would pause, then retreat as if recognizing the danger that lurked within the silken threads. As dusk fell, the jungle grew quiet. The usual chorus of animal calls faded, replaced by an uneasy silence. Only the drip of dew onto thick glistening silk hinted at the presence of the eight-legged terror. Occasionally we witnessed the aftermath of a hunt, a moth or small bird ensnared in a web, its struggles quickly stilled, the web vibrating with the approach of its unseen master. The rainforest itself seemed to hold its breath, as if aware that something ancient and powerful prowled beneath the canopy. Every clue, every reaction, every mark in the earth pointed to a creature that inspired fear not just in humans, but in the very fabric of the jungle's ecosystem. These silent testimonies, woven into the landscape and the behavior of the animals, painted a chilling portrait of the eight-legged terror, an apex predator whose presence was felt in every trembling leaf and every wary glance of the jungle's inhabitants. Deep within the Amazon rainforest, as night descends, the world transforms into a realm ruled by shadows and silence. The air cools, and a new caste of nocturnal creatures emerges, each adapted to thrive in the darkness. Among these, the Caranguejeira, one of the Amazon's largest and most formidable tarantulas, claims its territory. The Caranguejeira prefers the dense, humid undergrowth, where thick layers of fallen leaves and tangled roots provide both camouflage and hunting grounds. By day, it remains hidden in burrows or crevices, but at night it becomes an active predator, venturing out to patrol its domain. The Caranguejeira's hunting style is both patient and aggressive. It waits in ambush, sensing the faintest vibrations through the ground before launching a sudden, explosive attack. Its powerful fangs deliver a venomous bite, quickly subduing insects, small amphibians, and even other spiders. The Caranguejeira is an opportunistic feeder, consuming a wide variety of animals that share its habitat. Fiercely territorial, it will not hesitate to confront other predators, such as giant centipedes or scorpions, often engaging in dramatic displays of aggression. When threatened, the Caranguejeira rears up on its hind legs, exposing its fangs and brushing urticating hairs from its abdomen, an unmistakable warning to any would-be attacker. Even snakes and small mammals give this spider a wide berth, aware of its formidable defenses and aggressive temperament. The Caranguejeira's confrontational nature ensures it is both respected and avoided by many of the rainforest's inhabitants. Unlike many spiders that flee from danger, this tarantula stands its ground, ready to defend its territory with remarkable tenacity. Its robust body and thick, hairy legs allow it to traverse the uneven terrain of the jungle floor with ease, while its acute senses detect even the slightest movement nearby. With a leg span reaching up to 5 inches, the Caranguejeira is a true giant among spiders, its size and strength making it a dominant predator in its ecosystem. It maintains and defends its burrow with meticulous care, using silk to reinforce the walls and mark its territory. Encounters with rival spiders are often brief but intense, with the Caranguejeira asserting dominance and driving intruders away. As dawn approaches, the Caranguejeira retreats to its lair, having secured its place as one of the Amazon's most aggressive and impressive nocturnal hunters. In the depths of the rainforest, the legend of the aggressive Caranguejeira endures, its presence a testament to the wild, untamed heart of the Amazon. Deep within the tangled, rain-soaked heart of the Amazon, a formidable predator stalks the forest floor. The Brazilian wandering spider of the genus Phonutria is a master of its domain. an apex invertebrate whose presence is both feared and respected throughout the rainforest ecosystem. After a torrential downpour, the forest transforms, the ground is slick with water, and the undergrowth teems with life seeking refuge from the rising flood. It is in these moments, when chaos reigns and the usual order is disrupted, that the Brazilian wandering spider thrives. Unlike web-building spiders, the wandering spider is a true nomad. It does not construct a permanent home, nor does it rely on silk traps to ensnare its prey. Instead, it roams the forest floor and low vegetation, guided by acute senses and a predatory instinct honed by millennia of evolution. The spider's hunting technique is a marvel of patience and precision. By day it remains hidden beneath leaves, bark, or within crevices, its mottled coloration blending seamlessly with the detritus of the jungle. As dusk falls and the rainforest comes alive with nocturnal activity, the wandering spider emerges, alert and ready to strike. Its primary weapons are speed and venom. The spider moves with sudden explosive bursts, ambushing insects, small amphibians, and even other spiders. It relies on its powerful front legs, which it raises in a dramatic threat display when challenged, to subdue and overpower its victims. The venom of the Brazilian wandering spider is among the most potent in the arachnid world. It contains a complex cocktail of neurotoxins that rapidly immobilize prey, disrupting nerve signals and causing swift paralysis. This allows the spider to feed at its leisure, undisturbed by scavengers or competitors. In the intricate web of the Amazonian ecosystem, the wandering spider plays a crucial role. As both predator and prey, it helps regulate populations of insects and small vertebrates, maintaining a delicate balance within the food chain. Its presence is a testament to the rainforest's diversity and the relentless drive for survival that shapes every creature within it. The spider's environment is as challenging as it is lush. Torrential rains, shifting riverbanks, and dense vegetation create a landscape in constant flux. The wandering spider's adaptability, its ability to traverse flooded ground, climb trees, and exploit new hunting grounds, ensures its continued dominance in this ever-changing world. Defensive behavior is another hallmark of the species. When threatened, the spider rears up, displaying its fangs and front legs in a vivid warning. This posture is not mere bravado, it is a calculated deterrent, signaling to would-be predators that an attack will be met with swift and venomous retaliation. The Brazilian wandering spider's reputation as a murderess is not without merit. Its aggression is legendary, and it will not hesitate to confront much larger animals if cornered. Yet this ferocity is balanced by a vital ecological function. By preying on pests and maintaining population control, it contributes to the health and stability of the rainforest. Despite its fearsome attributes, the wandering spider is not a giant among spiders. With a leg span typically reaching 5 to 6 inches, it is impressive, but not monstrous. Its true power lies not in size, but in the lethal efficiency of its hunting and the potency of its venom. In the end, the Brazilian wandering spider stands as a symbol of the Amazon's untamed wildness, a creature perfectly adapted to its environment, both feared and essential, a living embodiment of the rainforest's intricate and often perilous beauty. Deep within the heart of the Amazon rainforest, the mata-mata tree stands as a silent sentinel, its massive trunk rising from a tangle of roots that sprawl across the shadowy forest floor. The air here is thick with humidity, heavy with the scent of damp earth and decaying leaves. Shafts of sunlight pierce the dense canopy above, illuminating patches of moss and clusters of fungi that cling to the gnarled wood. The roots of the mata-mata twist and coil, creating a labyrinth of deep crevices and hollows. Within these natural shelters, the forest teems with life. Tiny frogs cling to the damp bark, their calls echoing faintly in the undergrowth. Beetles scuttle across the leaf litter, while ants march in endless lines, weaving between the roots and disappearing into hidden tunnels. Among these roots, several large burrows gape in the earth, their entrances nearly as wide as a man's fist. Each opening is rimmed with a subtle trace of silk, glistening with morning dew, a silent announcement of the true master of this domain. The silk is not the delicate lace of an orb weaver, but a sturdy, almost invisible mesh, designed to sense the faintest vibrations. Deep within, the lair is cool and dark, the air still and heavy. Here, the giant spider waits, its presence felt more than seen. One burrow stands out among the rest. Its opening is vast, a black maw in the earth exuding an aura of silent menace. The soil around it is packed hard, marked by the subtle drag of powerful legs. At the threshold, a network of trip lines radiates outward, nearly invisible against the forest debris. Any creature that brushes against them sends a tremor down into the depths, alerting the spider to the presence of prey or threat. The tunnel descends steeply, winding through the earth in a series of tight curves and chambers. The walls are lined with silk, reinforcing the structure and providing a smooth surface for the spider's passage. The deeper one goes, the cooler and darker it becomes, until all sense of the outside world is lost. In the gloom, a massive shape stirs. The giant spider, black and bristling with coarse hair, fills much of the tunnel's width. Its legs are thick and powerful, adapted for both digging and ambush. The spider's body is a marvel of adaptation, muscular, armored, and perfectly suited to life underground. Its fangs glisten in the dim light, ready to strike at any intruder or unwary prey that ventures too close. With astonishing speed, the spider lunges forward, fangs flashing as it defends its territory. The aggression is immediate and intense, a display of dominance in the perpetual twilight of its subterranean home. After the display, the spider retreats, vanishing into the depths of its lair. The silence returns, broken only by the distant calls of birds and the rustle of leaves above. Compared to the other spiders of the forest, the Caranguejeira, the Brazilian wandering spider, this creature is a true giant, its size and ferocity unmatched in the undergrowth. The final mystery remains, the venom. Deep within its lair, the giant spider waits, its fangs ready, its secrets hidden in the darkness. Is this the legendary creature of myth, its bite as deadly as the stories claim? In the silent, shadowed world beneath the mata-mata tree, the answer lies coiled in the darkness, waiting for the next tremor on the silk. Deep within the heart of the Amazon rainforest, a hidden world thrives beneath the tangled roots and fallen leaves. Here, in the shadowy undergrowth, the Goliath Birdeater reigns as a silent giant, its presence revealed only by the subtle architecture of its burrow. The discovery of the Goliath Birdeater often begins with the faintest of clues, a silk-lined tunnel, a patch of disturbed earth, or the glimmer of webbing catching the morning light. These subtle signs mark the domain of Theraphosa blondi, the largest spider in the world by mass. The Goliath Birdeater constructs its home in the soft, humid soil of the rainforest, often beneath logs or within natural hollows. Its burrow is a fortress, providing shelter from predators and a vantage point from which to ambush unsuspecting prey. When the Goliath Birdeater emerges, it is a breathtaking sight. With a leg span that can reach nearly 10 inches and a body as large as a human fist, this tarantula dwarfs all others. Its dense, dark brown hairs shimmer in the dappled light, each strand serving as both armor and sensory organ. The Goliath Birdeater is armed with formidable weaponry. Its fangs, over an inch long, are capable of piercing the tough exoskeletons of insects, amphibians, and even small vertebrates. Despite their intimidating appearance, these fangs deliver venom that is surprisingly mild, designed to subdue prey rather than to kill with toxins. As a master of defense, the Goliath Birdeater employs a unique strategy. When threatened, it rubs its hind legs against its abdomen, launching a cloud of urticating hairs into the air. These microscopic barbs are a potent deterrent, causing irritation to the skin and mucous membranes of would-be attackers. This defensive display is as much a warning as it is a shield, signaling to predators that the Goliath Birdeater is not to be trifled with. Its reputation for aggression is well earned, but it prefers to avoid conflict, relying on its size and arsenal of irritants to keep danger at bay. As a nocturnal hunter, the Goliath Birdeater plays a crucial role in the Amazonian ecosystem. It preys on a wide variety of animals, from insects and worms to frogs and small rodents, helping to regulate populations and maintain the delicate balance of the rainforest food web. Its powerful jaws and digestive enzymes allow it to consume prey much larger than itself, recycling nutrients back into the soil and supporting the health of the forest floor. Despite its fearsome appearance, the Goliath Birdeater is a vital and often misunderstood resident of the Amazon. Its presence signals a healthy, thriving ecosystem, and its behaviors are a testament to millions of years of adaptation and survival. From its secretive beginnings as a tiny spiderling to its reign as the undisputed giant of the rainforest floor, the Goliath Birdeater's story is one of resilience, power, and ecological importance. In the intricate tapestry of the Amazon, it is both predator and protector, a living legend woven into the very fabric of the wild. In the heart of the Amazon, where the Canopy weaves a living tapestry above a world of shadows, myth is born from the unknown. Here, the legend of the giant spider is not merely a tale. It is a force that shapes the very fabric of the forest's psychological landscape. The myth of the monstrous arachnid emerges from the interplay of fear and fascination, spun from the threads of reality and imagination. The Amazon spiders, with their colossal forms and cryptic behaviors, become the perfect vessels for our deepest anxieties. The Goliath Birdeater, with its immense size, and the Brazilian wandering spider, with its potent venom, are not just animals. They are archetypes. Their presence in the undergrowth, their silent movements through the leaf litter, ignite a primal response within the mind. Fear, in this context, is not irrational. It is an ancient instinct, honed by millennia of evolution, alerting us to the dangers that lurk just beyond the reach of sight. The myth of the giant spider is a psychological shield, a story that gives shape to the formless dread of the unknown. In the absence of certainty, the mind fills the void with monsters. The exaggerated size, the imagined aggression, the lethal potency, all are magnified by the darkness and the silence of the jungle. The myth becomes a living entity haunting the spaces between the trees. Yet the myth is not a lie. It is a reflection of real threats, distilled into a single formidable adversary. The psychological impact is profound. The mere suggestion of a giant spider can evoke terror, caution, and awe, shaping behavior and belief. The fear of spiders, arachnophobia, runs deep in the human psyche. In the Amazon, this fear is amplified by the environment itself, the dense foliage, the perpetual twilight, the ever-present possibility of an unseen encounter. The mind conjures images of monstrous forms lurking just out of sight. The heart of adventure lies in confronting these fears, not to banish them, but to understand them. The myth of the giant spider becomes a crucible, testing the limits of courage and curiosity. It is a reminder that the greatest discoveries are often found in the shadows of our own imagination. The cultural impact of the giant spider myth is woven into the very identity of the rainforest. It is a story passed from shadow to shadow, a warning and a wonder, a symbol of the delicate balance between fear and respect for the natural world. In the end, the myth is a mirror, reflecting both the dangers of the forest and the resilience of those who dwell within it. The giant spider, whether real or imagined, stands as a testament to the power of storytelling and the enduring mystery of the wild. As the sun sets and the jungle comes alive with the whispers of unseen creatures, the legend persists, an echo of fear, a spark of wonder, and the beating heart of adventure itself. Beneath the tangled roots and ancient leaf litter of the Amazon, the story of the giant spider is written not only in myth, but in the language of evolution. Long before human footsteps echoed through the forest, the ancestors of today's colossal arachnids crept silently across primeval Earth. Fossil records trace the lineage of spiders back over 300 million years to a time when the world was dominated by towering ferns and giant insects. In these humid, shadowy environments, the earliest spiders spun simple silk retreats, gradually evolving the sophisticated hunting strategies seen today. As South America split from the ancient supercontinent Gondwana, its isolated rainforest became a crucible for adaptation. Here spiders faced fierce competition from birds, reptiles, and other arthropods. Over millions of years, natural selection favored those with larger bodies, more potent venom, and powerful limbs, traits that would come to define the Amazon's giant spiders. The Goliath Birdeater, the largest spider by mass, is a marvel of evolutionary engineering. Its immense size allows it to overpower prey as large as birds or small mammals, while its dense, barbed hairs serve as both defense and camouflage. Meanwhile, the Brazilian wandering spider developed potent neurotoxins and agile ground-hunting tactics, adapting perfectly to the unpredictable dangers of the forest floor. These evolutionary arms races have shaped not only the spiders' bodies, but their behaviors. Some species became ambush predators, blending seamlessly into the forest's mosaic of browns and greens. Others evolved elaborate warning displays and chemical defenses, deterring would-be attackers with a single touch. As the rainforest itself changed, rising, falling, flooding, and drying, so too did its spiders. Each adaptation, each mutation, etched a new chapter in their ongoing survival. Today, the giants of the Amazon are living relics, their forms and instincts sculpted by epochs of competition, climate, and chance. In the end, the story of the Amazon's giant spiders is the story of life's persistence, a testament to the relentless creativity of evolution and the enduring mysteries that lurk beneath the canopy's endless green. Hidden beneath the emerald canopy, the Amazon's giant spiders are not mere monsters. They are keystones in a vast ecological tapestry. Each night, as shadows stretch across the forest floor, these silent hunters emerge from their burrows and webs, setting the stage for a drama of survival. The Goliath Birdeater, with its immense size and formidable fangs, preys on a surprising array of creatures. Insects, frogs, small mammals, and even the occasional bird fall victim to its ambush. The Brazilian wandering spider prowls the leaf litter, hunting cockroaches, crickets, and other arthropods. By controlling populations of these fast-breeding prey, the spiders help maintain the delicate balance between predator and prey, ensuring that no single species overwhelms the ecosystem. Yet, even giants have their enemies. Young spiders are vulnerable to wasps, which lay their eggs inside the spider's body, providing food for their larvae. Birds, snakes, and even larger mammals may occasionally snatch an unwary spider. In turn, the spider's presence shapes the behavior of these predators, influencing where and when they hunt. Beyond their direct relationships, giant spiders play a subtler role. Their abandoned burrows become shelters for frogs and insects. Their molted exoskeletons enrich the soil, feeding the roots of towering trees. Every strand of silk and every nocturnal hunt ripples through the food web, connecting creatures great and small. In this intricate web of life, the Amazon's giant spiders are not just apex predators. They are engineers, recyclers, and regulators, guardians of a balance that has endured for millennia. Here, in the heart of the rainforest, each spider's story is entwined with countless others, a reminder that even the most fearsome creatures are part of something larger, the living, breathing soul of the Amazon. As dusk surrenders to darkness, a transformation sweeps across the Amazon. Beneath the moonlit canopy, the rainforest awakens with a chorus of night. This is the hour of the giant spiders, a world where sight, sound, and touch become tools of survival. With the first cool whispers of night air, the Goliath Birdeater stirs in its burrow. Sensitive hairs on its legs detect the faintest tremors, footsteps of a rodent, the flutter of a moth's wings, the rustle of a frog among the leaves. Guided more by vibration than by sight, the spider emerges, moving in calculated silence across the forest floor. Each step is measured, every pause a calculation, as it seeks the perfect moment to strike. Elsewhere, the Brazilian wandering spider prowls with purpose. Unlike most spiders, it spins no web but relies on agility and lightning reflexes. It moves through the undergrowth, its 8 eyes reflecting glimmers of moonlight. But vision is only part of its arsenal. Chemical cues and the subtle warmth of nearby bodies guide it toward unsuspecting prey. Crickets chirping, beetles scurrying, a mouse frozen in fear. The night is alive with other hunters and hunted. Tree frogs leap between leaves, wary of a sudden ambush. A bat swoops low, its echolocation mapping the terrain, while a snake glides silently in search of its own meal. Sometimes paths cross, a spider and a scorpion, each sizing up the other, or a spider evading a predatory owl with a quick dash into tangled roots. Yet not every encounter is a battle. Some are moments of coexistence, an opossum tiptoeing past a spider's burrow, both intent on their own midnight quests. The nocturnal world of the Amazon is a dance of senses and survival, where every creature, from the smallest insect to the largest spider, is attuned to the rhythms of darkness. Here, under the watchful gaze of the stars, the giant spiders reign not through brute force, but through mastery of the night. Their world is woven from silence, sensation, and instinct, a hidden kingdom where the mysteries of the rainforest come alive, one shadow at a time. In the emerald labyrinth of the Amazon, survival demands ingenuity. Giant spiders have become masters of adaptation, evolving strategies that make them nearly invisible in a world teeming with predators and prey. Their bodies are cloaked in earthy hues, mottled browns, mossy greens, and shadowy blacks, allowing them to vanish against bark, leaf, and loam. Some, like the Goliath Birdeater, blend so seamlessly with the forest floor that even the sharpest eyes might overlook them, mistaking stillness for stone or root. Others employ the art of web building, spinning silk strong as steel and fine as mist. These webs are more than traps. They are alarm systems, nursery chambers, and hunting grounds stretched between branches or hidden beneath fallen logs. At night, dew gathers on silken threads, turning these invisible snares into shimmering jewels just before dawn. Survival is a game of patience and precision. Many giant spiders are ambush predators, lying in wait for hours, even days, until vibrations betray the approach of their next meal. When threatened, some raise their legs in a display of size and strength, while others rely on urticating hairs, a cloud of microscopic barbs launched into the air to deter attackers. Adaptation is also about resilience. During the dry season, burrow-dwelling spiders retreat deep underground, conserving moisture and waiting for the rains to return. When floods come, arboreal species climb higher, weaving webs in the safety of the canopy. Camouflage, webcraft, and survival instincts, these are the tools that have shaped the rainforest's 8-legged giants. In the endless contest between hunter and hunted, their adaptations are the keys to enduring in the ever-changing shadowed green. The Amazon's rhythm is written in cycles of rain and sun, shaping every life beneath its emerald ceiling. For the giant spiders, climate is both sculptor and judge, its invisible hand guiding their fate with each passing season. As the wet season arrives, torrential rains swell the rivers and drench the forest floor. The world transforms, burrows flood, and the air hums with new life. Spiders emerge from their underground refuges, weaving fresh webs to catch the surge of insects drawn by the moisture. The canopy becomes a suspended city of silk, each strand a lifeline in a world temporarily transformed by water, but abundance is fleeting. As the rains recede and the forest dries, a hush falls. Pools shrink and prey grows scarce. Burrow dwellers retreat deeper, conserving every drop of precious moisture. Some species slow their metabolism, entering a state of near silence, waiting for the return of rain. Others climb higher, seeking the cool dampness of the upper branches where the sun's reach fades. Temperature, too, leaves its mark. On sweltering days, spiders bask in the filtered light, absorbing warmth that speeds their growth and sharpens their reflexes. But when night falls and the forest cools, They move with deliberate care, each step a calculation, each vibration a potential meal or menace. In years when drought lingers or floods come too soon, the balance tips. Populations ebb and flow, woven into the fabric of the forest's unpredictable moods. The giant spiders are both sentinels and survivors, each season shaping their numbers, their habits, and the silent drama unfolding beneath the leaves. Here, adaptation is not only a matter of camouflage or cunning, but of endurance, of weathering the unending dance between abundance and scarcity, between the deluge and the drought. Beneath the dense canopy, the lives of giant spiders are woven together with countless other creatures in a tapestry of surprising alliances and subtle rivalries. While these arachnids are often cast as solitary hunters, the truth is far more intricate. In the heart of the rainforest, survival often depends on cooperation as much as competition. Tiny frogs, barely the size of a spider's leg, sometimes share the burrows of their formidable neighbours. The spiders tolerate these amphibian guests, not out of kindness, but out of mutual benefit. In exchange for shelter, the frogs consume ants and other pests that threaten the spider's eggs. This silent pact ensures the next generation of spiders and the frogs find a refuge from larger predators. Elsewhere, industrious ants patrol the perimeters of giant webs, repelling invaders and scavenging leftovers. Some spiders allow these sentinels to remain, their presence deterring egg-eating beetles and parasitic wasps. In the high branches, birds and spiders form uneasy truces. While some birds raid webs for a meal, others unwittingly scatter insects as they forage, sending a rain of prey into waiting silken snares below. Even plants become partners in this complex dance. Bromeliads, with their water-filled leaf cups, create microhabitats that attract insects and amphibians, drawing a steady supply of prey to the spiders that lurk nearby. Roots and vines provide anchor points for webs, while fallen leaves offer camouflage and ambush sites. In this realm, every thread is connected. The giant spiders are not just predators, they are participants in a delicate balance, their fates entwined with those of frogs, ants, birds, and even the silent, watchful plants. Here, survival is a communal act, and the web of life is more literal and more profound than it first appears. As dusk settles and the rainforest transforms, the Amazon's creatures carry their own stories, tales spun in rustling leaves, chirping calls, and the hush of wings. To the tiny tree frog, the giant spider is not just a hunter, but the shadow in every dream. From the safety of a bromeliad pool, frogs croon warnings to their kin, passing down the legend of the silent stalker whose footsteps are softer than rain. High in the branches, parakeets and toucans murmur about the keeper of the web, a spirit said to weave the stars across the treetops. When a sudden hush falls over the forest, the birds remember the old tales. If you see the shimmer of silk in the moonlight, fortune or peril may follow. Among the ants, stories are shared in scent trails and dances. They tell of the eight-legged queen, who commands respect and fear. When the ground trembles and webs glisten with dew, the colony moves with reverence, for they know the legends. Those who cross the queen's path return changed, marked by the wisdom or the venom of the forest. Even the jaguar, silent and regal, pauses at the base of ancient trees. Its golden eyes catch the flicker of movement, and in that heartbeat it recalls the whispers passed down through generations, that to face the great weaver is to glimpse the boundary between hunter and hunted. In this world, animal folklore is a living map, guiding, warning, and connecting all who dwell beneath the emerald canopy. Here, the giant spiders are more than mere predators. They are woven into the very myths that shape the daily lives of every creature, their presence both feared and revered, as real as the rain and as mysterious as the night. Beneath the tangled green, the fate of the Amazon's giant spiders hangs by a silken thread. Each web is a testament to survival, but the balance is delicate, fragile as morning dew. Shifting seasons bring both bounty and hardship. Sudden floods wash away burrows, while prolonged drought starves the undergrowth, thinning the ranks of prey. Predators prowl in the shadows, snakes, birds, and even rival spiders, each shaping the destiny of the giants. When food grows scarce, webs are abandoned, and the silent struggle for territory intensifies. For every spider that thrives, many more vanish, their stories lost to the hush of the forest floor. Yet the greatest threat is not a single fang or talon, but the slow unravelling of the web itself. As ancient trees fall to disease or age, the canopy's shelter shrinks, and with it the labyrinth of refuge these spiders depend upon. The symphony of animal life, once perfectly tuned, now falters, and the legends of the giants risk fading into silence. In this world without witness, the survival of the Amazon's giant spiders depends on the resilience of the forest and the intricate alliances they share. Here every thread matters, and the future of the giants is written in the shifting patterns of rain, shadow, and the enduring pulse of the wild.